All right, well, hello. Hello. Twitch chat, YouTube commenters. It's a midnight Monday night preliminary event, which we didn't think was going to fire, but we fired it. If you're watching this on YouTube, have you subscribed to the channel yet? Free thing you could do would really help me out. Appreciate it. So what we have today is I was thinking about different things today. I was perusing my brain about vintage, and I thought, the Jeskai Arcanist shell, really powerful. One of the best archetypes going on right now. So I was thinking, and the good part about PO was I was always like in Tinker, Bola, Citadel. Obviously, also another powerful thing. So I was thinking, what if we just put them together? Smush, smush, smush. Is this gonna work? I have no idea. I haven't tested this. I've played 0 games. Theoretically, we should be fine. But basically, I just took the best part about Jeskai Arcanist, which is the Arcanist, the Mystic Sanctuary shell, and I took that shell and I stripped out some of the extra stuff, some of the white cards, and I put in the black Tinker shell, which is Vamp, Demonic, Yogwill, Tinker, Citadel. I needed to keep white because I think you still need to have Mentor Time Walk as a win con. And then I had to expand the number of mana sources and artifact sources for Tinker. So you're seeing the full 5 Moxen, Mana Crypt, and top. This is probably a low number of artifacts for Tinker. It's probably the bare minimum. But we'll see how it goes as we progress tonight. We might also have too many mana sources. I'm pretty sure that Jeskai normally plays 16, so now I have way too many probably. So we'll probably have to fix that at some point. I'm not exactly sure. It probably just like one fetch goes away. But it's too late for that because apparently this thing fired. Yeah, but you see like a very normal Jeskai sideboard of like Shattering Sprees, Extractions, Needle with the Mountain. I have the Sphinx, so I can have Tinker into it in a matchup where that's good. And I think Bloodchief's Thirst is probably the best Dreadhorde Arcanist flashbackable removal spell that is not Swords to Plowshares. So this should give us some good game against Bug, theoretically. And as I said, I think we have too many mana sources in our deck. So that we could just go 0-4 because we draw too much mana. All right, so I used up 7 minutes of my clock getting set it up, so we're going to have to play fairly fast. This is going to be round 1 of the prelim. Let's do it. So I immediately... immediately I have Tinker and Bola Citadel in my hand. I think I'm just going to mulligan it. I know theoretically I can draw like a Brainstorm or something, but like this is already a Multiply. It's a pretty good Multiply, but I feel like we can just do better if we mulligan. Yeah, like this looks better. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put away one of the Moxen, off-color Moxen. And I think I'm going to put like the more off-color Pearl, where a Jet is a little on-color. So yeah, I'm going to try to play like pretty fast, at least for the first couple games of this match, because I just used 7 minutes of my clock getting the stream set up. So shit, it's Dredge. All right, well, what are we going to do about that? Probably not much. So I guess I'm just going to Merchant Scroll for an Ancestral, which is like my best chance here. And then hopefully we'll find like a Tinker or something. I don't know. It looks bad for us though. Dredge being not a great matchup pre-board for Jeskai. And then we don't have like, I mean, we have Tinker, which I guess is a pretty decent way to fight it, but obviously it's a little hard for us to Tinker in this deck. Early anyways. So yeah, I think we have too many mana sources, so we're probably going to have to cut a land. I think we'll just cut a fetch land or something. And then I'll put the Bloodchief's Thirst back in the main. I just wasn't paying attention when I was building the deck. Clearly. That's unfortunate. Shambling Shell. I'm just gonna hit this with a Mental Misstep. It's a good thing they only pitched one of their Cabal therapies, so now my Ancestral gets to stay. So we lost a therapy. This. So there still should be, we should know 4 of the 5 cards in their hands still, which is good, which means they're not going to get Force of Willed, which I'm happy about. Interesting. Well, I mean, typically for Tinker, you need to have a bunch of artifact sources to Tinker away, and Xerox just doesn't play those. So that's the big reason. I might need this red source still. I think it's better just Ancestral to play than play like Dak Faden or anything. Obviously, if they still had a hollow one, maybe we could do something different. All we're looking for here is Tinker, and that's Tinker, actually. So we'll have a Tinker Citadel, but we won't have a top. And we will be going to 13 to 11. I guess theoretically I could take top. I don't think there's any way I can take top and still Tinker next turn. So we'll just do this. We'll do that. We'll pass. This, I don't think this is going to be easy, but it's possible. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I basically am playing Tinker instead of Breach, I guess. I guess you could look at it that way. But I wanted to play Arcanist engine. I thought the Arcanist, like, Xerox engine was quite good. So I thought I'd try something like this. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I have done 0 testing. I have played 0 matches, which is why we probably have too many mana sources in our deck. But that's what this is here for, right? Gotta play some matches or we'll never know. So there goes Icarid and Therapy. Okay. This is still not bad for us, seeing as opponent doesn't have like a lot of dredgers. They actually have 0 dredgers currently. Nothing came back. An Icarid can come back next turn, but it would have to eat its own amalgam. So we actually have a chance here, I think. If we don't go too low off of our Tinker, we'll see. Seems winnable though, actually. The problem is we're just not built very well to like have all of our Citadels win the game immediately, and that's kind of what we need right now. And unfortunately, Sphinx of the Steel one is not as good as Blightsteel at killing Dredge right away. I think we'll still probably board it in, I would assume. But that's not really how we're fighting. What do they know about? They just know about Ancestral, right? Well, at the very least, we should just protect ourselves from getting stream sniped. Just get a Tinker. Hopefully I hit Tinker there. They're probably just going to name Force of Will, I would think. Oh, they were named Breach. That's pretty reasonable as well. I guess that would make sense. We have a Jet, a Valk, and we vamped. But they're going to be pretty surprised when we don't have Breach and instead we have Tinker. But it seems like Tinker's a lot worse than a Breach here. So maybe this deck sucks and we should just be playing Underworld Breach. All right, I have a Citadel and I immediately have Force of Will on the top of my library. Yeah, I mean, a PO deck and any Tinker deck can have Force of Will on the top of their library and be stuck, but yeah, it's bad. All right, so they don't have any dredgers here. They do have to discard something to eat with this Icarid. You're right, DPS can't, but then you're not playing Forces of Will, so who really won? So yeah, this is bad. So opponent's probably going to eat a Hogak, I would think. And that way they can return 2 amalgams and they get to dredge once. Yeah. I mean, we're going to get to go have another turn with Citadel and 8 life, but I just don't think it's going to be good enough. Like, we really need to be able to mentor Time Walk with a huge board, and I just don't think it's going to be possible. Sure, anything can win an event. Yeah, but you don't typically, like, for the most part, you don't need your Citadel to win the game on the spot, right? If your Citadel just draws you 6 cards, then I think it's fine. It just so happens we're versus Dredge, and we kind of need our Citadel to win the game on the spot, right? All right, so now they know our hand, so we are going to have to force the Therapy. I guess they could just take our Dax and we wouldn't care. I guess I would rather lose 1 life and have a Dak to play with, I would think. I definitely don't want to cast the Force of Will for 5 life, but We'll see. Like, theoretically, this should still, like, if we tinkered a Citadel versus any blue deck, that's still good, right? Like, having, you know, a bunch of spells, but against Dredge, it's a little different. All right, let's see what we have. We have a Gush. That's a lot of life as well, but... Oh, I forgot. It doesn't return the things. We just draw 2 cards. But we hit Demonic Lotus, which is perfect. Go to 1. So if I Demonic for Mentor... I just need to have a Time Walk too is my biggest problem. There's no Tendrils currently in the list, so maybe we just need to play Tendrils instead of Mentor. I found the Mentor. I figured Mentor Time Walk is typically good enough. I don't really want to play Tendrils in my deck. Okay, hold on. Hold on. We might have done it. We might have done it. So... if I sack for white and I play Mentor... and then I play Pearl... I'm gonna have to still cast like 20 spells next turn somehow. But I mean, this is exactly what I planned. We just took a little bit too much damage, you know? I mean, we bricked on our Citadel, Jacob. I know you weren't here, but we tinkered and immediately hit Force of Will and bricked on our Citadel. So we got fairly unlucky. But I mean, we have 4 monks and a turn here. I mean, it's not impossible. We only have to hit for 10 damage. I mean, I know their hand. I know you weren't here. I know you weren't here, but I know all of these things already, so... it's gonna have to be blue, this, attack. I need to find like a... Moxen and more spells that I can cast. Lightning Bolt. Unfortunately, I can't fetch. So I have to hope that this top is enough. It's unfortunate that I can't get this Lightning Bolt and a red source, but... is this enough? I don't know. I didn't do the math, chat. Block takes 9. I'm 1 short. 1 short. Yep. I didn't do the math. I just attacked. It's too late. Yeah, I could have hoped... no, they haven't Icar it. Yeah, I guess I could have hoped they bricked. I punted. Whatever. I don't know. It's fine. Yeah, I guess I could have just not... I'm rushing because I lost 7 minutes on my clock, okay? Fuck. If I had just not forced... I guess I wouldn't have had the DAC. They would have taken my DAC, so I couldn't have not forced. This is too bad. Alright, well... I could have, yeah, not attacked and hoped they didn't have a Creeping Chill, but... I mean, we're still casting the Gush. Like, what do you want from me? Of course we're going to cast the Gush. Oh, you mean if I didn't have 3 mana? I had to cast the Gush. I feel like we should have won that game, and I probably misplayed somewhere along the line, but... yeah, I don't know. The Citadel was fine. We just bricked on our first Citadel. If we hadn't bricked on our first Citadel, we would have won that game too, so... but we hit Force of Will, which every Tinker deck besides DPS can hit Force of Will, so... alright, so we're going to bring in all of our Dredge hate. Out, Shattering Spree, Lightning Bolt, Luster Storm, Misstep, Narset, Aeroblast. Is that how you do it? I don't know. Kind of weird. I guess do we... I'm actually not sure how Xerox boards versus Jeskai. Sorry, I'm not sure how Jeskai boards versus Dredge. It is late, but I shouldn't be that. I don't know. This looks fine. I mean, let's just do it. I think we want probably one spree. Yeah, Sphinx is not the best. I agree, but I think you still probably want it. I have only 2 Dax instead of 3 Dax. I know Pyroblast is not very good against Dredge. You just don't have the mana typically. Maybe we just don't actually want Citadel at all. I don't know. Citadel looked good there. But I feel like that's not the game plan anymore. I feel like the game plan is to like needle them. Keep Citadel? Why? Yeah, we can cut a mana source. That's fine. We already have too much mana sources in our deck by accident anyways. We can do that. That's fine. That's fine. We can do that. Yeah, this looks great. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to win that game 1 that we just had. I don't know what I fucking did, but I definitely think we were supposed to win it. Tinker Needle? Theoretically. It's possible. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this so that I can still force, and I can have Ancestral After Force. Bazaar of Baghdad. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, we hit really well, to be fair. Our second turn of Citadel, we hit exactly what we needed to hit. We needed to hit Demonic Lotus, and we hit it, which was nice. Yeah, I really don't think we're supposed to play Tendrils in this deck, Jake. I just think Tendrils is an unplayable Magic card. I would much rather just find the Time Walk kill with Mentor. I also already have Yogwill, so like you can do the Yogwill kills as well. So I don't know. Doesn't really seem good. So they had no force and so they had no force of vigor, no force of will, and no force of negation. It's pretty good for us. Yeah, I would play Grape Shot over Tendrils for sure. Well, I'm gonna force this because I want to resolve an Ancestral Recall. Unmask, huh? Alright, so they had no negation last turn. Oh, they have double unmask. Oh, they unmask themselves to hit the Golgari Thug. Or sorry, the Golgari Grave Troll. Oh, okay, that's fine with me. That is fine with me. Well, I hate how that does nothing. But I guess I'm just down to fetch for an Underground Sea. I guess it's the other way. What was that? Oh, I can't get I can't get this YouTube. I can't fix my alert box. My alert box just never gets fixed. I just don't understand. Like I save it every time and it just never the change never sticks. I don't know, whatever. I hit 1,000,000 needles. Interesting. I guess I'm gonna be at. I can technically dig next turn. I guess we'll just do that. I heard you like naming Bazaar of Baghdad. I think we'll be fine. I mean, if this Grave Troll misses, it doesn't do anything, right? Alright, they hit a Stinkweed Imp. Okay. I mean, if we can hit a Surgical Extraction, we'll be fine. So this dig through time should be really good. I mean, this game is pretty over. We're gonna win this game by a large amount, I think. So I don't really think there's any reason to complain. Yeah, I just want to go back and look at game one because I feel like I fucked up game one just because I was playing. I mean, I guess we could have just passed and hope they didn't hit any chills. So I did miss here on surgical. But Tinker should win the game anyways, right? So if we just go Tinker and I guess I can just take a Underground Sea. I'm gonna just go for Sphinx, right? Like, there's no reason for me to go for anything other than Sphinx here. I did board in Sphinx, right? No one talked me out of that, right? Yeah. I don't know. Jacob's been talking me into weird things recently, so. Alright, I have 3 Bazaar of Baghdad's. Your move, opponent. I have 3 Pithing Needles. Yeah, I don't always see eye to eye with the Jacob boss. What an interesting 4-color deck, Jacob. I don't mind this deck though. This deck looks fine. Though I hate Spell Pierce. Not a fan. Not a fan. Alright, so opponent's got a Dredge 5. This time they hit a Narcomoeba and an Icarid. Jeez, I mean they only have they don't have a bridge, so they can't therapy my Tinker unless they're a god. Look at all the kids ratting on Jacob. Ragging on Jacob, I guess. Yeah, I wish it would. I wish I could move around where their things were set in, put them stacked on each other or something. I don't know. Oh well. The kids. Who won the Kid Octagon today? Who was the winner? I was not able to tune in. However, ooh, Demonic Tutor. We don't have like a lantern or anything, right? All we have is surgical extraction. I think I'd rather just put a Sphinx into play. I guess there's really no reason for me. Whatever. Let's just be safe. Well, they shouldn't have Force of Will because they should never draw a card, Force of Vigor. But they could always, if I surgical like one of their dredgers, they might draw a card, and then they could possibly dredge back a Shambling Shell and have Force of Vigor after that. So yeah, could happen. All right, so here's another dredge. This dredge hit amalgams, but nothing's coming back. So this is really good for me. So now I can demonic for surgical, and I think we win the game. Should be fine. All right, so we're good here. This should just be a win. I guess they can double therapy me and go to 0 creatures in play and take my demonic tutor. All right, yeah, they just gave up. That's fair. That's fair. All right, so do we want to change anything about how we boarded? I thought the way we boarded was pretty reasonable. Like, theoretically, you could have Flusterstorm, but that's just not how I like to play versus Dredge. Let's just resubmit. Maybe we'll get a hand with, like, double surgical extraction, Mox, Dreadhorde Arcanist. That sounds like fun. So I think I should make these fixes while we do this. I think we have one too many mana sources at least, and I think what I want to do is I just want to add the Blood Chief's Thirst and then put the Lightning Bolt on the side. This is a work in progress. Yikes. Is this good enough? I don't think this is good enough. On the draw, I just don't think this is good enough. If one of these was a fetch land, I'd feel a little better, but not even that much better. I think I want to mulligan this hand. Yeah, this is way better. Keep. I'm going to put this top away. Alright. So now the worst thing that could happen to us is a bunch of hollow ones. Alright, well. We got unmasked. I guess it was a 7-card dredge hand, so... I don't know if we can win. I don't know if we can beat a 7-card dredge hand. Alright, Surgical's down. Activates Bazaar. 3 cards in hand. So they really, if they have a force of any kind, they can only have one hollow one. However, they could just put, you know, one hollow one into play and 3 dredgers into the yard and have a force, and I just won't be able to do shit. Alright, only 1 dredger went into the yard. How many hollow ones? There's only 3 hollow ones in their deck. No forces of non-vigor variety were revealed off of Serum Powder. Whatever, I can F6 though, so that's nice. Alright, they have another unmask. Oh, alright, so they have 1 dredger and they got both of our pieces of graveyard hate. Fair. Maybe we can find more surgical extractions. If I surgical and a Stinkweed Imp here, it feels reasonable. Oh, they have their last card is Misstep. Man, I hate Dredge so much. I guess I'm gonna force this. Am I gonna force this? I'm like so far away from Ancestraling. I guess I'll just force this. I mean, yeah, they had double unmask, mental misstep, Bazaar of Baghdad, Dredger, so it's a little hard for us to battle that. Moxin, yeah. Bottom. Stack fade in, rip. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna lose this game. And not much I could have done here. Their dredges, they don't have any. Yeah, they hit a Narcomoeba, double bridge, therapy, return. Yeah, we just lose. Well, that's unfortunate. It's really hard to beat a 7-card dredge hand, so. Unmasks were quite good right there. Chill second Meba, so we lose our fade in. Yeah, there's actually just no way we can win this game. Yeah, we just have no counterplay at all. Because we don't play a Tabernacle. Theoretically, we could play a Tabernacle, and that would help, but I don't even think that wins the game, Slasher. Like, we put a Sphinx into play, but I just don't know if that's actually good enough. Ancestral into Lotus Yogwell. Maybe. We still would like need. I mean, we need a Sphinx. All right, we just die. Yeah, I mean, obviously I couldn't do shit about that game. It's more about like, could we have stolen game 1? Like, we're just never beating that 7-card dredge hand ever. I don't know why my alert box changes just never save. They didn't save again. It just doesn't save. I can't change. Oh.
This is a test.
Thanks, alert box. Like, so I go into my alert box, right? And I turn off subscribers, which is my YouTube subscribers. And it just it just never saves it when I hit done. Alert box doesn't save changes. Oh, someone also has it on Twitch, Reddit. Clear your browser. No, definitely other people have this problem. I don't want to like reinstall the widget because I have a lot of custom ones. It's like I have a ton of custom ones already. Like all of my raids and stuff are using the custom thing. And they all have like text to speech on and stuff. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, it just doesn't save it. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know what to do. I don't want to remove it though. When I removed it, it kept all the same settings. Whatever. No, this is just 4 rounds and you get prizes based on how well you do. We should go back and look at game 1. I think we should have won, not me. So I think I just fucked up because I spent so long. I'm just gonna put away one of. I mean, this hand was definitely a keep. That looks fine. I probe and see Dredge. And then we miss Merchant for Ancestral, which is fine. They did hit Hollow One, which was bad. Not much I can do about that though. Yeah, I'm definitely supposed to play Ancestral over DAC. I mean, all of these, yeah, I don't know. I don't regret any of these decisions. The only choice I could have done is they don't know any card in my hand. I could have just let this therapy resolve. That would have saved us the 1 life. Yeah, I fucked up. If I just don't force this therapy, they don't know any cards in my hand. Yeah, I punted that game. We had game 1-1, and I just lost. Oh no, I didn't force it. I let it resolve. Did I let it resolve? No, I let it resolve. Never mind. Okay. Then I tinkered. Oh, I'll see you later, not me. Yeah, I played this game fine, except, I mean, obviously I shouldn't have attacked for... I definitely shouldn't have attacked here when I knew that I didn't have lethal, but... whatever.